Barbie, once upon a time, in a peaceful village, there lived a girl named Odette. She worked in her family's bakery with her father and sister. Odette was talented in many ways, especially dancing, but she was a bit shy about it. Just like you, Kelly, she was uncertain about stepping out of her comfort zone. Barbie, Odette loved her quiet life in the village, helping out in the bakery. Even though she was an amazing dancer, she kept her talent hidden. But little did she know that her life was about to change forever. Barbie, meanwhile, in a magnificent palace, Prince Daniel was told by his mother, the queen, that it was time for him to find a bride. She decided to host a grand ball where all the young women of the land would be invited, including Odette. Barbie, one day, the men of the village spotted a beautiful unicorn named Lila and chased after her. Odette, being curious, followed them into the enchanted forest, a place she had never ventured into before. Barbie, as Odette followed Lila, she saw the unicorn trapped in a thorny bush. Desperate to help, Odette searched for something to free Lila and found a mysterious crystal glowing in a rock. With a gentle pull, she removed the crystal, unaware of the great power she had just unleashed. Barbie, suddenly, the fairy queen appeared, surrounded by the magical creatures of the forest. She explained to Odette that by freeing the magic crystal, she was now destined to defeat the evil sorcerer Rothbart, who had taken over much of the forest and cursed its inhabitants. Barbie, before Odette could refuse the task, Rothbart himself appeared, furious at the queen's words. He cast a terrible spell on Odette, turning her into a swan. But the fairy queen, using her last bit of strength, partially reversed the spell. Odette would be a swan by day and regain her human form by night. Barbie, to protect Odette, the fairy queen gave her a magical tiara embedded with the crystal. This tiara would shield her from Rothbart's dark magic, but only if her heart remained pure and strong. Barbie, Odette and Lila went to find Erasmus, a wise troll who guarded the ancient book of forest lore. This book could hold the secret to breaking Rothbart's spell, but after searching through countless books, they couldn't find the answer. Barbie, meanwhile, Rothbart lured Prince Daniel into the forest, hoping he would hunt and kill Odette. But as Daniel aimed his bow, he was captivated by the swan's beauty and decided to spare her life. When Odette transformed back into a human, Daniel was amazed and deeply moved. Barbie, Odette and Daniel spent the night talking and getting to know each other. They quickly fell in love, and Daniel invited Odette to the ball his mother was hosting the next night. Barbie, the next day, Erasmus finally found the answer. The key to breaking Rothbart's spell was true love. But there was a catch. If Daniel fell in love with another, the crystal's power would be lost, and Odette would perish. Barbie, as night fell, the grand ball began. Daniel eagerly waited for Odette to arrive. But Rothbart had other plans. He kidnapped Erasmus and stole the book of forest lore, determined to stop Odette. Barbie, at the ball, Rothbart's daughter, Odile, appeared disguised as Odette. The disguise was so perfect that Daniel couldn't tell it was a trick. He declared his love for Odile, thinking she was Odette. Barbie, Odette, realizing something was wrong, flew to the palace in her swan form to warn Daniel. But she arrived too late. Daniel had already pledged his love to Odile, and the crystal's power began to fade. Barbie, with the crystal's power gone, Rothbart seized it from Odette, who collapsed in despair. He then turned the fairy queen into a tiny mouse, feeling victorious over his enemies. Barbie, but just when all seemed lost, Daniel arrived and took Odette's hand. Rothbart attacked them with his dark magic, but the power of their true love caused the crystal to glow brightly. The magic consumed Rothbart, undoing all his evil. Barbie, Rothbart was defeated, turning into a harmless cuckoo clock, while Odile was left to serve as a maid in Erasmus's library. The fairy queen and all the enchanted creatures were freed from their curses. Barbie, with Rothbart gone, Odette and Daniel were free to live happily ever after. The entire village and the creatures of the enchanted forest gathered to celebrate their wedding. Odette had finally found her courage, and with it, her true love. Barbie, and just like Odette, Kelly found her courage too. She knew that with a brave heart and a little bit of magic, anything was possible. Kelly, thanks, Barbie. I think I'm ready for tomorrow. Barbie, I'm so proud of you, Kelly. Sweet dreams.